Hey folks, welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Replay. Last time was a long episode. We went through a lot. Big things happened. I'm not going to recap everything, but to suffice it to say, Sephiroth ended up with the Black Materia and summoned Meteor. Meanwhile, Barret, Tifa, and possibly other members of Avalanche are held prisoner by Shinra, and Rufus just announced that he's going to publicly execute them as scapegoats for the whole world-ending thing. So any possible redemption that he might have started to earn by fighting off the weapons is right out the window. Let's pick it back up and see if we can get out of this mess. Shinra doesn't seem to be super concerned that we're just running around here. On the other hand, there's not really anywhere to run. We'll be broadcasting your miserable deaths live on international television. Super. Gosh, that person asking that question looks suspiciously like a robot cat riding a giant stuffed toy robot Moogle. Who could that be? Still blaming Avalanche for dropping the plate. Classic. It's very noble of you, Barret. Tifa is first in the gas chamber. It's not particularly reassuring that we hear leaking water. I don't believe for a second that Scarlet, who is not a trained martial artist, could push Tifa into that chair with one hit, and that Tifa, a trained martial artist, wouldn't kick her butt. Of course, then Scarlet goes and says, "Stuck up." Feels like there should be history there. As far as I know, there isn't. Scarlet's just kind of terrible. Good thing that soldier dropped the key. Uh-oh. Weapon, one of the weapons anyway, is approaching. Sure would be a convenient time to stage an escape/rescue. Microphone full of knockout gas. What a surprise! Catch she! Who could possibly have predicted this? He's against capital punishment and hates Scarlet. Heidegger runs to alert Rufus of something Rufus probably already knew. Lots of attacks lately. His orders are hair flip. Yeah, seeing as how Junin has a big cannon, they're gonna shoot it with the big cannon. Hopefully it attacks from directly in front of the cannon and not perpendicular to it. Seems like a design flaw to me. You build a giant cannon facing west, but it doesn't appear to be super mobile. It can only really shoot in that one direction. Now, it is possible that the capabilities of the cannon just aren't demonstrated. Okay, so it can move a little bit. I stand slightly corrected. On the other hand, I would 100% believe that Shinra built it basically as a symbol back during the war with Wu Tai to reassure people, hey, we've got a giant gun, obviously we're gonna win. That was quite a blast. Really building up the suspense here. Did we get him? Guess not. You know, if the big cannon didn't do much damage to it, I'm not sure what the little cannons and guns are going to do. Here's our first good glimpse of, I believe this is Sapphire Weapon. Pew pew! Just rams Junin. So you can hear in the music Sephiroth's theme. Just kind of reminding us, I guess, subtly that Jenova is the one controlling the weapons and Sephiroth is controlling Jenova. Although how much of his direct attention is being devoted to this assault, I don't think we ever find out. Yeah, hold your breath, but make sure you tell people that you can't hold your breath for long. It's not how you hold your breath. Okay, we can't open the door, so we're gonna find a control room. Guess apparently wasn't very effective on Scarlet if she was able to lock the door. Gosh, that reporter sure looks a lot like Yuffie. Comes again. I know it looks dated now, but this was super cool back in the day. Look at that, you got water beating on it. I was trying to find you, you dork. Barret is many things. He is not a dork. Mighty nice airship you got up here. Oh, we are fighting soldier members. I think this is the first time we do that. Barret, it's not a dead end. There's a giant airship right in front of you. Very dramatic. Yeah. Take that, soldier second class. And friends. Meanwhile... Alright, well that was complicated. And now we've turned the gas off. All I gotta do is break out of here. Look at those shiny teeth. Weapon practice is good dental hygiene. Tough to do without a head, though. Yay, Shinra! Woo. Conveniently, that gives Tifa a way out. First you lock me in, now you want me out? Make up your mind. Yeah. Good banter, Tifa. Let's get out of here. I don't know how she's scaling what looks like relatively smooth metal. Soldier had some trouble, it looked like. The trooper. I keep using the generic term for soldier. This is fine. Not really anywhere to go, to the end of the cannon. Sister Ray. Interesting name for a cannon. I'm amazed it's not slippery. Maybe it is, and Tifa just has really good shoes. It's really a game of hide and seek, Scarlet. I don't think we're really hiding. Really? A slap fight? Really? Tifa, such language. That's more like it. Run, says a faint voice, to the end of the canyon. I think it's time for daring rescue. Although Tifa did perform like 95% of her own rescue herself. As we would expect from a strong, independent woman. Or a strong, independent end character. there we go with some inspirational music. Having an airship is a staple in Final Fantasy games, and it usually means you open up the entire map or close to it for exploration. This game has a twist in that not every area is accessible by airship, but we'll get to that in a while. Cheeks heard of it from the slap fight people. Long story short, we hijacked the airship, which is named the Highwind, by the way. Yeah, Yuffie's glad Tifa's safe, but she's also a little airsick. I sympathize, Yuffie. Motion sickness is no fun. Yeah, why did you guys rebel against Shinra? You didn't like Heidegger. And to be fair, Heidegger is kind of a jerk. Yeah, taking things out on his crew, not cool. Considering it was Sid's airship, I would expect him to be nostalgic and happy. Warm-hearted isn't how I would describe Sid, but okay. Maybe he treats people who work for him better than people who don't? Better than people who live in his house after saving his life? No? Just a minor mutiny. A little late treason. Black robes, dude. So we don't have any chocobos yet, but we do have a spot in here for chocobos, which we'll get into a massive quest chain. Again, stuff to do for later. I hate to say it, Barret, but she is right in this instance. And it worked out already. Is everyone here? Welcome to the Highwind, says Sid. I would say you're too short, Tifa. But considering one of the two is unalive, possibly two of the two. Cool. So Ketchi's now going to spy for us instead of on us. Strong enough without crowd. Meteors coming. Weapons are on the rampage. Tifa's not sure what to do. Barret makes a good point. Somebody once gave me some advice about leadership. There are times you just have to make a decision. It might be a good decision, it might be a bad decision, but you have to make a decision. Cloud probably would stand in that little cocky way and say, "I've got this, I was in Soldier." It's not wimpy Barret, she's concerned for her friend. Although, somebody who can make decisions should really take charge. I get the sentiment. Red asks, "You sure he was a fake?" He finds it hard to believe Shinra could make something like that. I'd like to point out that at this point we have seen enhanced super soldiers, aliens, people infused with the literal lifeblood of the planet to get basically superpowers. A precursor civilization with technology and magical skills that dwarf what we have today. Extensive experimentation. The creation of monsters. The literal creation of monsters. I don't think it's a bridge too far, based on what we've seen. But I get the sentiment. They want to believe Cloud is Cloud. Gee, Vincent. Such a warm welcome. For somebody who was really upset with Ketchi about abandoning Tifa, Barret sure seems to be in a hurry to abandon Cloud. I have a little sympathy, Barret. If you've lost an important childhood friend, you might be a little out of it too. Trainee pilot. I was going to ask why doesn't Sid pilot it himself, but it makes sense that he would want to train somebody, just in case something happens. Drop it on the operation room and get a team ready. Alright, we'll do that. Barret wouldn't go with it, and let's take Sid. We haven't done much with him. Tough spot to be. Meteor has been summoned and is on its way. Weapons are rampaging. We did get out of a tough spot. One of the weapons is down, so that gives Sephiroth or Genova one less tool to use to wreak havoc. And we did steal an airship from Shinra, so on the whole, doing alright. But we definitely want to try and prepare, do what we can to stop Meteor and the weapons. We'll take care of that next time. Hope you enjoyed this episode, a little lighter than the last time around, and hope to catch you in the next one. See ya!